Hey! The last digit of your like on this video by each who you are from Melon Playground, and the last digit of your subscription to my channel will show your Melon Playground item. So go down right now, subscribe and give me a like. Look at the screen. Notice the last digit of your like and your subscription and write in the comments who you are from Melon Playground. It's simple, if your like is number 8 and the last digit of your subscription is number 5, you're a lemon and a cactus. Show your imagination and enjoy the show.
Hi friends, you are on Melonfonk channel. In this video, we are going to talk about the new update 25.5 in Melon Playground. But before we start the video, I want to say a huge thank you to these guys for being in my video. If you want to be in my next video, you need to do a few things. 1, you need to subscribe to my channel. 2, you need to like it. 3rd, write your top comment of 4 words or more. And don't forget to watch this video from beginning to end. It's very simple to fulfill all these conditions and have fun watching. So, dear friends, the long-awaited update 25.5 in Melon Playground has been released, and I say right away that for some reason, it does not appear on all devices. That is, let's say I have it. So if you do not have the update, please go to my Telegram channel. There I put the APK file for download. You just go to Telegram and install the new update. And of course, subscribe, it's quite simple. And this update came out quite unexpectedly. I was expecting version 26.0, and for an intermediate version, it's quite a global update. But despite this, it came out very crumpled, because there are a lot of weirdness, well, a lot of flaws, which of course I will tell you today. Well, the first is of course added a new layer manager, and it works cool, but the bugs are still there. As soon as I began to check this innovation, I immediately noticed a lot of countries. For example, if you add any NPC clothing nose, then the clothes you have correctly will not work. No matter how you rearrange the clothes layer by layer, as soon as you change the NPC layer, that's it. The clothes will break, and somehow the NPC will be on top of the clothes. I'm generally probably making myself clear. This story works that way for some reason, and in almost all cases it breaks. In terms of how the layer manager itself works, it works as follows. You can group items into one grouping, and accordingly, each item in that grouping will be assigned its own index. Let's say if you have an NPC under index Uber 1, he'll have the first layer level, and you can put an index on top of or below him to any item, and it will be lower or higher in layer level than your NPC accordingly. It may be complicated for perception, but once you try it, you'll understand how this system works. But the bugs and flaws that exist now, they actually partly break the game. Let's say signs, they do not work as they should work. Clothes, it does not work as it should work. Let's say signs, they are always, which are from the last update, they are always for some reason on the highest layer. Although no matter how you do not assign an index to this sign, it will still be higher than other items. It is infuriating. Of course, infuriating would like to see signs work normally, but I think that's soon already fixed. In general, the layer manager can be used in different ways, like the old way, let's say through the set layer, one assigns the index and it all works very simply. Or through the association of items, through the group, and then you can already arrange items as you like. There are various adjustments, buttons, and so on. In general, the work has been done a lot, but with small errors, which I think in the future will be corrected. Added by the way the day and disappointed, because it works through times normally. Suppose even if you want to put the time that you want to see, it will not put, I do not know why it works like that. Basically, the system is buggy, but it works interestingly, and the system itself is interesting too. There is a system of automatic change of day and night. There is a checkbox that removes the automatic mode, the maximum value that you can set the day 99 minutes. You have a day cannot last, and every 99 minutes you will change the day and night. I think it is absolutely clear here, but work system again with bugs. Why it works like this, I do not know why you cannot immediately finish this whole story, also generally do not know. And honestly, here is already a little bit perception is not as I would like it to be. I'll explain what I mean first of all. You just change the picture, but you don't change absolutely nothing. So it's basically darkening and getting lighter. But you don't have the atmosphere of night. You don't have the atmosphere of day. That's the way I'd like it to work. For some reason, I thought it would work that way. But when the day comes, you have the atmosphere of the day. Different effects, dust, and so on, basically a daytime story. If you have night, then you have, say, the moon appears somewhere in the background. Dynamic lighting changes a little bit of shadows. Because let's say the moon and the sun in this case is clearly not enough, you want to just that in the background at least somehow at least some way, method, and so on. But so far it basically works like a timer that you put, and on this timer lightens. It's been pretty weird for me in general. I thought that some effects and just some small details for day and night would be added, but unfortunately I didn't see it, and I hope that the developers will somehow think about it, because for now it's just like an update for the sake of an update. There is very little real functionality here. Please write in the comments your opinion about the Layer Manager, as well as describe the day and night system and what grade you would give this update. Personally, I will put 8 points there and there for the idea, but for the execution here we'll have to reduce the score simply because, well, let's say day and night. For me, a strange system for the reason that, well, very few details, just a slider and just a timer, it is easy to do, and there is nothing supernatural, and real functionality here is very little. So here I clearly reduce the score, and Layer Manager still better put 9, because it is a really cool system. But while it works with bugs, and I hope these bugs will be fixed, also added a very cool spav noise system. If before we always had problems with the fact that whether you have a huge big building, a big sum mod, and if this building will go beyond the limits of this map, you with a probability of probably 95% of the game will break and it will fly the hell out. Personally, this has always pissed me off. All the time, at all odds, it just pissed me off. And even if the game didn't break, absolutely every single building broke. Everything would start flying off. Every single part of that build, every single rope, it would just happen violently as soon as the build went off the map. It was just incredibly infuriating, and now, by the way, they've introduced a very cool system. As soon as you go outside the map by building, then you have, first of all the red zones are marked. And you roughly realize that, no, we now need to put it the other way to make it all work. In addition, you now, as soon as you put a building, let's say you did it by accident, you have a window in which you are warned that suddenly, what's wrong, you will break everything. And in general, the developers have come up with a very interesting system to circumvent just such bugs. And in general, I think that now this problem will not annoy me personally, or will be annoying to a lesser extent. So I give this system 10 out of 10, and no one will argue with me here. But although write your opinion in the comments, suddenly you think differently. Well, and the last innovation for today, which was this is a new mod editor, or rather a new feature, and it's spray. Basically, this feature allows you to add new flamethrowers, new spray effects. Let's say you can add water. You can assign functions to the flamethrower that you want. And in general, quite interesting and cool, it works. You can change the color of the flame, and here too, not without bugs, frankly, I already laughed with this story. It seems to be a cool innovation, spray all things, everything is clear, no problems. Well, here with the joints, but while you just look at the screens, we don't have an RGB circle to adjust the color of this flame. For some reason, there are only transparency sliders, but we don't have a slider to adjust the color. And this, I think it's obvious to everyone. It's a bug. It shouldn't be. And the developers obviously overlooked something here. Maybe I'm the only one who has this story, but if it's displayed to even one person, and it's obvious this story will repeat itself to someone else. But overall, I really like this system. Very cool, very promising. I really like the story that absolutely every mechanic can be assigned to this flame. Let's say even the new mechanics of electricity. Let's say an anti-electricity syringe. Let's say there's an anti-electricity syringe so that there's no conductivity of NPC electricity. Then that parameter can be assigned to NPCs without any problems. Overall, this system, I am ready to rate this system at 9 points. I really liked it. I do not, of course, mind. Leave it in the comments. Well, there is one last innovation, which I at any rate noticed, and which was announced by the developers themselves. This is a fixed hitbox, or rather a new hitbox parameter, exactly in the mod editor. Now there is a separate slider, such a thing on top, for which you can conveniently drag hitbox when customizing any mod. In general, too, a very interesting system, useful, very precise, most importantly. Well, and of course, rate this system from 1 to 10 in the comments. This seems to be the end of innovations. There are still some secret pass hacks and facts, which we will again understand in my next video. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Good luck to everyone. Goodbye to everyone. And remember, my friend, as always, see you the other day.